Hello everyone, welcome to Stonehearth, me BANTO. Today I'm gonna make a new town together in the game, and it has recently been updated with the big project Ace with a load of new functions for the game, which is really cool. So I think we should dive in, make a new town, and I want to go with the Northern Alliance because I haven't played the Northern Alliance very much in the game. So the Brave Band of Settlers from the Northern Alliance, a clan of tenacious explorers seeking new lands and adventure. They set off in, we want to set off in the Arctic, the favored biome. So we're gonna live in a very cold place together with our halflings, and we're gonna go for a normal game. So we will have a little bit of enemies as we are building up our nice new town. And I will also be having all of the different mods that I'm using in this series. I will have them listed in the description of the video, and it will also be showing now over your video. So you can see all the mods I'm using if you want to use the same mods as I'm using for this one. So we're gonna look for people here. I do have a mod called Beam, which allows us to unlock stats for people so we can get whatever we want. It also means we can add traits, we can remove traits, and we just have more power of the starting citizens, which I personally really like. And there's also some new traits here. We do have the fish intolerance. So some of your halflings will actually be intolerant to different kinds of foods, which is pretty interesting and a lot more realistic. So we do have a Borimoror here, which has the heart of a crafter. So I want to give him a little bit of mind. Let's give him 6 in mind, 5 in spirit. So something like that. And these are the only people who will be able to customize this way. When we get new people, we cannot customize them, we get what we get. So we're gonna make sure that these 5 first will be some nice people. And if you do have name requests, guys, of course do let me know in the comments if you want a name in the game. So this is a crafter then, and a companion. Maybe this could be a trapper then. So I'm looking for the trait passionate trapper. That's what we're looking for. I'm gonna go for this one. Always dream to be a trapper. Maybe now they'll find a chance. Hopefully. So I want to have a little bit more body here. Can lower the mind maybe a bit. I want to make sure that I don't have too like overpowered stats. Like I could go crazy, you know, and go like that, but that is not what I'm after. I still want to be a little bit realistic with the stats I got. And if you want to be between the rules of stats, you can always untick this one. Oh, we do have 2 passionate trappers. Okay, I had another one. No one really knows that word. What everyone knows, however, is how much Ulf Igor loves the cold and snowy days. Oh, that's interesting. But I think I'm gonna remove passionate trapper here, so let's click that one. And maybe we can have a passionate worker. That would be interesting. I think there is one for it. Always dream to be a worker. Very nice. There we go. So this is gonna be a mason actually, since we're playing with the Northern Alliance. So they go with the mason first, and carpenter is something that you will be getting at a later point. So I want to have a soldier here. It's gonna be Mara Kerno here. Gonna have a good body, and the rest of this is already pretty good. Has an opinion of everything and isn't shy about sharing it. I'm gonna remove that one, and then we can have passion to be an... Let's have a passion to be an archer. Because that's also another difference when you play with the Northern Alliance. Rather than starting with footmen and stuff like that, you actually start with archers. That's what you are starting with instead. So courageous? I'm not sure, should we have that? The courageous archer? Okay, I guess we could do that. And Yura Kettle, I think I might leave Yura as she is here. So I'm pretty happy with this. Maybe I should name one Banto. I never named someone Banto. So I'm gonna be, this is gonna be Banto. I'm gonna be our mason. I'm gonna be the first builder of the town. So here we have a few different starting stuff we can start with. So you see here we do have some archer bows that we can use, but we also do have this one, military expedition. And this one actually do include a footman's sword and an archer bow, and also the lord paper, since I'm using the Northern Kingdom mod, which with every kingdom you play will have this paper pretty much, and with that one you can promote one of them to be a lord. So we will see who's gonna be the lord. I could have been the lord, but I think I will be the mason. I can always change it later, but I think I will be the mason. And I will let one of you guys be the lord instead. So for the loadout here, I don't really think we need like 2 archers in the beginning of the game. But maybe we can go for merchant caravan, because then we have a trapper knife, we can get food a little bit early on, like directly pretty much. I think that's pretty good. This one do have bedrolls to start with those, so we have some place to sleep at. But I feel like merchant caravan is gonna be pretty good, so let's go with that one. And I also do have the extra world options, extra map options. So if we click this one, we have the opportunity to go for small size and normal, which is the standard size. We have large, max quantity of rivers, if we want to have plains, if we want to have foothills, mountains. What kind of size we want to have, wide or narrow. I'm not entirely sure how that thing works with this thing. I've been playing around with it a bit, but not exactly sure how that one works. So we can disable or enable lakes, dirt holes and skylands. And I prefer to disable dirt holes. Why? Because they look terrible. I never liked them. And the skylines is really cool. Really cool. That's something maybe for the future that we'll be experiencing, and it's really awesome. It's a lot of floating islands. I'm just gonna show you guys how it looks. So you got all of these islands and everything between here. That is pretty much the sky. You can't really walk or anything. And it looks really awesome. But I don't think you can build like bridges between 2 islands. If you're gonna do that, you probably have to cheat and do instant build width. So we're gonna go with a normal map. And I want to live pretty close to the mountains, but also pretty close to a lake. This could be an interesting place. Double lakes, one at each side, and living between 2 mountains. This is also a pretty nice area. We have the mountain, then we have a little bit of water, and decent amount of building around. I think this one is pretty nice. Let's go for this one. So I'm not gonna cover this area, that's where we're gonna go. And if we would have selected the large map, we would have a huge area. I'm not sure if it's the entire map pretty much. And it's pretty cool to have all that, but at the same time, you never really use the entire map. No one does, really. Okay, let's see guys, we're here. Let's see, we want to settle down. Oh, look at that, an old logs in there. I just love the small little details that Project Ace has added to the game, like all the underwater stuff and things. So let's see, where do we want to settle? I feel like I want to be kind of in this area. We have a decent amount of ground that we can build at. Let's go around here, it should be pretty good. Here we go guys, really awesome. And there are some new things by the way for the game, which we're gonna discover pretty soon. People will actually freeze, they will get wet and stuff, so it's pretty cool. And I really like this feature, the winter thing, so we can actually see how many more days of winter we still have. And some information about it. So there's a lot of new things, and we will be discovering some of them as we go, mostly. So let's gather a little bit of stone. With the Northland Alliance we use more stone than wood most of the time, because we have a mason instead of the carpenter. So we'll be making a lot of stone furniture pretty much. I'm just gonna send them away, gather a little bit of stone. And we can also gather a little bit of wood, because we're gonna need some wood. And now I'm using this one. If we go inside here, Project Ace, we do have the gather and replant. So when we're gathering things, they will try to replant them if it's possible to do so. I have bound and a hotkey for that, so that's pretty good. Another thing that I think is really cool with Northern Alliance is that a thing that makes them special because they can hunt animals that is in the wilderness that the other ones can't. And you do have this thing, hunt, mark a specific animal for hunting. So if you click that one and drag over, I'm not sure if it works with sheep, but maybe it does. Okay, it does. So they will go and hunt those down, and I think that is really cool. So let's just get a little stockpile. I'm gonna speak with the fitters very soon. So here we're gonna store the things. A woman stands at the edge of camp. She wears a travel-worn blouse, the scout of the library. Welcome, traveler. Ronya, she says, pointing at herself. Her voice is strangled. As if to explain, she pulls out her collar away from her throat, revealing a mess of old scars. She gestures at her knife. I scout! Then she taps the star-shaped brush on her cloak for Valen's library. You speak as much as with her hands and her eyes as with her voice. I'm glad you have to come to study and settle. Now that I know that you are here, I will send the tales of your learnings to the schooler at home. She steps over to the banner and touches its blank centers. First though, you must choose your symbol. What future did you foresee when you began the voyage? A voice takes on the cadence of one reciting words spoken 1,000 times before. Valen created our alliance to share the plenty, adapt in hardship, and seek the horizon. The North Alliance will become one with the cycles and the stars of Hearth. She tilts her head in inquiry. Which of your philosophies does your outpost most aspire to embody? So we get the different banners: vitality, strength, and cunning. So strength is for getting more ore, stone and clay, and Hearth no longer Minecraft places. So we have banner vitality. The trees produce 25% more wood. Plants and crops both grow faster. Plants have 2 times the normal appeal, which is kind of like a beauty thing in the game, so that will make your people happier by seeing plants. And then we would have the banner of cunning, my favorite. So this one gives roads 3 times the normal speed boost, which is really cool. And your items sell for 50% more gold to us, nice. Raiders will bring 2 times the goods and gold. So that is really cool. And let's see what name. Do they have any? Do they have some good names? Astor's Lead. I'm gonna go for this one, Armar. That's gonna be our name for our town. Outpost established. Nice. It's time to celebrate. Happy Hearthlings. Yes, let's see if we can get them to work then. So, Mr. Banto, I'm gonna go and become the Mason. And I think we'll also take, let's see here, Passionate Trapper, Limnar Ice Wolf. You're gonna be trapping, so we will start to get a little bit of food. I think we might wait a little bit with the Archer, just simply because we will need workers to do all the different tasks around town. Anton is now level 1 Mason. The Mason is able to use her talent to chisel to sculpt stone blocks into marble into statues. And then we got a Trapper. Oh, we got a gift. Thank you, Ronnie whispers, and from her gesture it is clear she means for your hospitality and presence. It places a small pouch beside the banner. On its side is an emblem of the nearest large town. Some days distance, our towns are stars in the constellation of our people, she says. For you, for them, so that one day you will join those ranks. We get 2 cornbread, 2 peasant bread, and 3 raw sausages. Delicious. Thank you very much, Ronya. Ronya rises. Ronya is now standing by the edge of the fire. Is written the town name and a brief account of the inhabitants of the white flesh of the birch bark shaving. Methodically, she commits to the flames, which burns paler for a moment. Armar, she intones, by Valen's wisdom, and under the watchful eyes of the stars above, he committed to the records of the library. That works? Those that matters will hear. She bows and makes to fade back into the edges of the wilderness. Farewell, she gestures. I will return for your stories. Travel under the stars. And maybe we'll meet Ronya soon. Okay guys, so I think it's time to get the Trapper to work. So we do have a trapper ground here. The cool thing about Project A is if you never played it, you don't just go and put a trapper ground here, because that's not going to work very good. You do need to have wilderness to attract more creatures and to attract bigger creatures. So we're going to be trapping creatures in the woods. And with our current skill level we can only do bug trapping. And this is a very wild area. Which means we're going to be trapping animals everywhere. A lot of bugs in this forest, it seems. But there we go, and let's get some workbenches going. Bone carving studio. Oh yeah, this is one of the new really cool things with Project A is they added like some new furniture. There's bone furniture, and I think there's an entire collection of bone furniture that you can do. And probably might be something that we do a little bit later. I wonder if we can already see them. Oh, look at that. There they are, guys. Look at that supply table. Oh, that's awesome. Look at those. They're so beautiful. I love them. Skull floor candle holder. These are freaking awesome. Oh, that bone chest. You know you like something in the game when you even get a little bit of goosebumps from just watching it. So that's a lot of cool things that we can do later, and we need bones to do them. And I thought they would require high level, but they don't require such a high level. So I want to start with main things on firewood, and this is something we will be using in our houses, keeping our people warm and cozy. But I also want to start with making some beds. So I'm gonna start with making 5 beds, so we have one for each person. Let's get those workbenches outside. So there we go. Then I can start to do a little bit of work here. And I think for the first house, if we might do perhaps a temporary house, where we pretty much just try to fit everyone inside, so we try to get 5 people in it and make it decently basic. I think that's gonna be good, so I'm just gonna make a house, guys, so let's get going. Then we got like the rough shape before starting to do a house, and I removed the sides here to get a little bit more of an interesting like details for the house. And I think it's easier, like when building it's very easy to sway away and start to do it more complicated than the first intention was with it. So let's get a roof going, guys. I'm gonna start working on the roof now. Then I want to kind of make it a little bit Viking-ish. I just think like with the northern lines I kind of prefer to go a little bit Viking-ish. So I think we got a pretty cool shape here. Something I started to love doing when I'm making my houses is to make this kind of shape like that, so it goes like that and then it just curves down here. I just think it looks pretty cool, and sometimes I even go ahead and I add a little bit under here, just a last little thing. I think that looks pretty nice, and we're probably going to be tweaking some colors. So for example, above part here, maybe we'll do that in that color, or maybe we'll do it in a white color. See how it looks if we do the white one. Do it like that perhaps. I I kinda like this look actually. I was thinking of just doing stone down there, but maybe this is better. Let's see how it looks if we change the very top to be stone instead. I think I might do the top in stone. Then I do want to have some kind of light source that I would like to hang up here, somewhere around there. This thing looks pretty cool, and maybe one in the back. So what I'm gonna do next is that I'm gonna be changing this, so the tag is gonna be a roof. And the reason I do that, guys, if you don't know, is that when you do this thing, when you hide with this tool, the building mission, you will be hiding this because you have said to the game, this is a roof. And when I click this thing, it should be hiding it. So that's what we're doing now. So the next thing we're gonna work on is gonna be this chimney. Normally, I would probably put the windows before I do the chimney. But this time I'm going different. I'm actually gonna do the chimney before I do the windows. And I think I might be tweaking a little bit here. Doesn't matter so much, but a little tweak there. So I feel like where we should have chimney for keeping it warm, like it could be the center of the house, that could work. Maybe, but I think normally it works better if you have an even number like that. Uneven numbers, then it will be this one, I think. Okay, so that would be the middle, and I think that will actually work pretty good. Let's play around with the idea that this is where we're gonna be having kind of like a pipe going up, and we probably should change the color, so let's get some stone color. We can just repaint that, like so. So now we just have to make sure that we are getting it down here as well. So let's see if I can get this to go directly correct. Oh, I got it. Nice. So that's the spot we want to be at. And I think for down here, we might be changing a few things. I'm just gonna get them out like that, because if it looks like this, we're not gonna be able to like access the light in any way. And I don't think we have the level yet to craft it, so we can't see it inside of here. Okay, now we got it. So this is the simple one, just a 1x1. So we put it there, and no light is gonna go out here, so we have to have it open. So I think that we just like for the very, very bottom, we might make it wider instead. So then we would like remove that, keep it open, lights can go to all directions. Then maybe we come up to the third step, maybe even the fourth step, just so people can walk under. Then we start to kind of like go together with this. Then from here, that's when we're gonna start to drag it up the pipe. So we get them going up like that, and fire should spread around a little bit more here. And then we're just gonna do a little bit more here. So I hope I can get a few beds in here, because that's like the goal as well. And the floor on the inside, let's change that one. I'm gonna go for an darker floor. Maybe that one. And then we're gonna change and paint some. Then we'd have something like that. And then we need an kind of like a stair to go up. Not sure for the color yet, so I'm just gonna do the same for now. Very simple to get up here. Then let's see how many beds we could fit there. So if we do this one wider, they will be able to walk there. It's gonna be very, very close to that one, but I think it should be fine. Because, you know, if they sleep here, they're gonna warm their feet really, really good up here. So I think that will... Actually, it will not work this way, because your halfling need 3 in height to go to bed. I don't think they can go to bed from this way. So, and they definitely can't go here because it's too low roof. So we have to rethink this a bit, and maybe we will be doing them in this way instead. I think that's gonna work. Yeah, that's gonna work a lot better. And then we don't even have to have this so close. We can go like that, and perhaps we can even make a little thing here. They don't fall down, might look a little bit nicer. Can prove really good. And then I want to make some beds down here. So I wasn't supposed to make this like too advanced, but once you get into it, it's really hard to stop yourself from adding more things. And I think overall this looks pretty nice actually. And do let me know, guys, if you feel like I should be sharing these templates on Steam, and I will be doing so. And this time I think I'm gonna do it a little bit different. So instead of like waiting to share them, I'm actually gonna try to share them pretty early with you guys. Instead of waiting to finish the entire like town, I'm actually gonna share them before that. I was wondering if I should remove that one. Maybe that makes it look a little bit weird. Or perhaps I should just be adding a few things here just to make it look a little bit sturdier. Then I like to add in a few colors randomly like this. And the reason is I just think it looks a little bit more interesting. I'm just going for one single color because that looks like an unfinished 3D model pretty much. So I guess we will go like that. It's gonna maybe look a little bit weird this part. I wonder if I should just make that part green instead. Maybe it actually looks better that way. But I think I would raise this up maybe. Might go that tall or maybe one lower actually. It looks kind of weird. This will heat up the entire house from the middle, which I think is pretty cool. So this will be a house for 4 people. I think I might make it for 5 just so I can squeeze all my people in here. But if I will use this house later, I'm probably gonna decrease the amount of beds. But I also want to have a table, at least one of them, so people can sit and eat inside of here. And I'm gonna squish this together like that. I guess we could maybe do another one. Well, let's just go for one. I think it's gonna look too cramped if we try to squish in too many things. But maybe we should just get this in like into the corner here more. Like that. I really want to get these skull candles. I think I might add it later, but I'm not gonna add it now because if we do add it, we have to get at one before we can finish the building. So let's look into windows. We got a few new ones. So this is from the Lost Them mod. We could use those, or we could go for these. I wonder which ones I want to go for. Maybe these. Yes, I feel like the house is maybe pretty complete. It would be if we add some windows at the sides here, but I think that I will not be actually doing that. But what I might do would be to add some chests here, so we have a little bit of storage under, kind of under the roof there. That should be pretty good. And there's another cool thing. We got the stone firewood shed. And this is a place where they will be storing firewood, so we can have it outside or we can have it inside. So for example, we can have it close to the fire sitting there, but I feel like I want to have it outside. It feels like a thing that is more supposed to be on the outside. So that should be a good position. Might move these around a little bit to have that one closer. And put the chest there. Let's just maybe go for one chest. And I feel like the house is ready, guys. Northern House 1. Let's start the building. This should be possible to have all of our Hearthlings to live at, to get 5 beds in there. Hope they're gonna enjoy their house. Let me know what you guys think about the house. We will be making more later on, but now we're just gonna let them do their building. Okay, let's check out this goblin here. A goblin with a bucket approaches. Hey fool, I found this bucket, but it's trash, so it must be yours. It does not fit my head, do you see? Points to own head. I don't care about what you do with it, you can burn it for all I care. Throws the bucket in the ground, kicks it, and then goes away angry. Thank you, I guess. Thanks for the bucket, Mr. Guy. That is nice. But that's cool, guys. We're building our first house. And this is the beginning of our town. And like I said, drop your Hearthling name suggestions in the comments, and it's good to be back in Stonehearth, and it's really nice also to see Project Ace, the community expansion project, to getting further and further developed and more things added to it, and things that I didn't think was even ever gonna come to it. So there's some pretty cool things that we're gonna discover as we go. There are many more things to come, and it's gonna be really fun. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you all had a good time, and hope to see you next time. Take care, everybody.